welcome back to our podcast,
Cut the Headlights.
Today is episode 23, and we are back after a long summer break. Yeah, I mean, not only was it the F1 summer break, but it was ours too, so I was away, so we didn't have much time to film it, but we're back, and we're excited to recap everybody on what we've missed.
Yeah, so just starting off, there's been some crazy current news. So we started off with a lot of Max Verstappen to Mercedes rumors, and it got to the point where I believed it was gonna happen too.
No, me too. They convinced me. After Lewis went to Ferrari, I'm not down
Nothing's
any
impossible.
rumor.
Yeah. And everybody I talked to was also yeah, it's gonna happen for sure. So I think it was really surprising when Toto Wolff recently disproved the rumors, since they want to stick with George and Kimi. But Max and Toto were meeting up in Italy at the beginning of the summer break. You're telling me that's not because they were figuring out his contract?
And because for a minute there, because George doesn't have a renewed contract yet, and for a minute there were also rumors that Kimi could be put on loan to Alpine.
Which is crazy to think about.
Yes, but these were all things that were circulating, which is really odd. But yes, at the moment, things seem like they will remain the same way. With the drivers. However, with the team principals, there was a bit of a shakeup.
A bit?
Quite a bit.
It was crazy. I woke up and I look at my phone and I hear that there's news, and I'm expecting to see Max to Mercedes, right? I'm thinking maybe they're planning his contract for when he's done with Red Bull. In a little bit, they're looking to the future. Anyways, I see that none other than Christian Horner has finally been fired from his position as CEO and team principal of Red Bull.
Yes, he will be replaced by Laurent Mekies, who had been previously the head of Racing Bulls. He's been promoted to Red Bull now, and Alain Permain has been promoted to Racing Bulls. So there was a bit of a change in hierarchy. They were just kind of boosted up. But yes, that was crazy news because never once were there Christian Horner rumors circulating,
Yeah. Those have been done for over a year now.
So that also begged the question, did they fire him for losing Max Verstappen, or did they fire him in a last-ditch effort to sort of keep him? And I thought it was to keep him, and at the moment, it seems like that has been correct. As far as what we still don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I can't say I'm really sad to see him go, I have to say, but I don't know, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out more.
I think it's sad in the sense that it's just kind of the end of an era.
Yeah.
He was the longest serving team principal. He'd been there. When the day that news broke was the first time that Tori and I had been alive without Christian Horner being team principal of Red Bull.
That's crazy.
So that's why it's just jarring. We haven't been that long time fans, but this is enormous news. So that's the only thing that's wow, it's come to an end.
I'm really interested to see what he'll do now, because Gunther Steiner still does some sort F1 stuff. He'll be at races every once in a while. It'd be interesting to see Christian Horner do the interviews. Can you imagine?
Yeah, no. I think he has billions to live off of. He'll be fine.
Because also Jerry is rich on her own.
Yeah,
I think they'll be okay.
He's married to Ginger Spice from the Spice Girls. So that's honestly pretty cool.
That is really cool. Honestly,
that is pretty cool, right?
Rare win for him.
I know, I kind of love that. But yeah, that was pretty much the largest shakeup we've had since we were last doing this podcast.
Yeah, it's interesting. I feel going into silly season, everyone was expecting Max Mercedes and seeing where George would go.
Yeah, driver announcements.
And we got the exact opposite.
Pretty.
I'm kind of glad though, because I would kind of love to see Max at Mercedes. I was kind of looking forward to it, but also
it would have been so crazy. It would have added a splash of excitement to this kind of boring season.
Yeah, it was a little anticlimactic when there was all this build up and then nothing. But I don't know, it would have been really sad to see George or Kimi leave.
Yeah.
I think it would have been George though. They invested too much in Kimi.
I think so, yeah, they took too big a risk with him, and George doesn't have a contract.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's other
I'm sure George was freaking out. Also, a George and Max pairing.
That wouldn't have worked.
Mercedes already went through Brocades. I don't think they were planning on doing that again anytime soon.
Yeah. But anyway, should we just jump into the race recaps?
Yeah.
We're going to start with Austria, which we did not get to do. It was a pretty simple race, Another McLaren won too, but it was Lando on top this time. Which, I'm so over it. Like, you say yay, but only because you're happy for Lando.
Yeah.
Like, you have to acknowledge
If it
it's
wasn't
really
a driver
boring
I'm a fan of.
when you already know which, like, that two out of 3 spots are on the podium are going to be taken. Like, that's so, and you know it too.
I do. It's just, it's easier to support that over 2023 because I'm rooting for them more.
I don't know, 1/3 is a better statistic than 2, though.
But then you get to see the battles between the two of them.
That's true. It
And
is
it's also, like,
interesting when those two are at odds.
There's
but
a
it's not
championship battle.
often.
2023 there was no competition.
Yeah,
So
that's
there's at least
true.
that, I think. But
Yeah, that part is exciting, but I mean,
compared to like we were so spoiled last season. It was
for the next 3 races, it's a McLaren one too. So yeah, I am very much over it.
Yeah.
But at least this race, Alex Albon, Kimi Antonelli, Max Verstappen, Carlos Sainz, all 4 of them did not finish. And part of the reason was because Kimi Antonelli and Max actually had a crash. So that was a little surprising. It was really funny though, like, people thought like he was gonna get really mad because he thought it was George's car,
Yeah.
until he saw it was Kimi's car, and he was like,
What else?
mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, props to him. He handled it really professionally, because
Yeah.
he was like, he knows Kimi Antonelli is a rookie,
Right.
and so he
And
was
they're
really
friends.
understanding about it.
Yeah. I do not want to know what would have happened if it was George in that car, though.
Probably would have been he probably wouldn't have been so understanding about it.
No,
Would have been
maybe
a lot
not.
angrier.
But yeah, with Carlos, it was kind of crazy because this race was the weekend that the F1 movie came out. Also, I don't think we talked about that. It's been so long, we kind of forgot. We'll circle back after this race. But it was right after the F1 movie came out, and I think there's been enough time now that it's been out. I can just say, like, in Brad Pitt or Sonny Hayes' first race, during the formation lap, he doesn't start his car. And it's supposed to be like a strategical thing, but it's funny because in the formation lap, he just doesn't go. And then this exact weekend, Carlos Sainz in the formation lap didn't start. So, I don't know, it was just kind of funny because, like, it seemed unrealistic in the movie.
Yeah.
Just for it to literally happen, like, 3 days
However,
later.
I mean, for Carlos Sainz, he didn't start and he didn't finish.
Yeah, it was a
Sonny
real
Hayes,
issue.
like, did incredibly at that race.
No, I don't think he did. I think he crashed.
Oh, but he was but like it wasn't due to the.
Yeah. Carlos just had like a genuine.
It was like that strategy like worked out great for him. I mean.
Yeah.
Not here.
No.
But yeah, circling back to the F1 movie real quick. Let's just talk about that real quick. We went to go see it before I left my trip. I honestly really liked it.
I enjoyed it.
I'm really over people being like, it was so unrealistic. This would never happen. Chat. It's a Hollywood movie. If you want to go see a realistic movie about F1, don't go. Yeah, just watch the race. You want to see a realistic movie? It's just going to end up with the 2 drivers you know are going to be on the podium, and then nothing happening for like 60 laps. Like, obviously,
nobody would show up to the movie if it was like most of the races.
No one makes movies about any average football game if there's like every Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. They make movies like Rudy, which is like something out of the ordinary happening.
Yeah.
Like, I'm over the haha, like all these I'm sorry, like it is mostly the fangirls being like, well, that was unrealistic. Girl, how are you not understanding? It's a movie. Like, obviously it's heightened for the Hollywood drama.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you have to go into it expecting that. And like some of the drivers were also it was obvious they didn't like it as much. Like Carlos Sainz said, some stuff was unrealistic, but it's gonna be good for the general public.
Right. Just not
And
if
he
you're like
was
really
right.
into it. I think he was. I agree. I
It's
understand.
for people who aren't fans of the sport.
Yeah, I understand 100% why the drivers didn't love it.
Yeah.
It makes total sense because of course
That's their day to day.
exactly they know everything about the sport. Of course they're gonna see this and be like, what the heck did I just watch? And if you're looking at it from a perspective of like race weekend, yeah, it's not realistic and it's not like none of that would really like happen. And some of the strategy, it was questionable at points, but like you're not watching it for the race. Like you said, like just watch the race on Sundays if you want to see something like that.
Yeah.
There's no plan C for chaos and there's no like crazy crashes between teammates and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was good if you watch it like just from a movie perspective. If you're not thinking about actual Formula One knowledge, it's good. And everybody I know who's not like really a Formula One fan also like really enjoyed it.
Honestly,
Which is the
it's
point.
super entertaining. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a
The
F1
soundtrack is
documentary. It's a movie.
We have enough of those.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack was super good.
Was really good.
I loved it. I think they did such a good job with like picking everybody and doing all the songs.
I agree, and like everything was used at the right moment. Like everybody like brought their A game to their songs.
And I loved seeing like people like the real drivers on the grid. I thought that was so fun. Like
that was the most fun part.
That from like a F1 fan perspective was fantastic because it's like I reckon like they had like a montage scene and it was all like real podiums and it was so fun to see.
If you don't want any spoilers for the movie, I suggest skipping a few seconds, but because I'm just gonna say some stuff at the end of the movie, like when Sunny Hayes is on the podium with George Russell and Charles Leclerc, it's so you see them both waving at the camera like awkwardly, like you can like it's very obvious that they're trying not to look at the camera.
Yeah.
And you know what, Val? Because they're not actors, they're drivers, but it was just like. It was obviously something that was meant to appeal to F1 fans to go see their favorite drivers in the movie.
Yeah, it worked.
But
that was the best part.
Yeah, but cinematically, were they the best people for the job?
Probably not. No. Roscoe, Lewis's dog, made a cameo.
Yeah.
That was, I think, my favorite cameo. It was great. And he got like he got a pretty long one too. So I thought that was fun. And it was also, I enjoyed I watched it twice, and the second time because I knew obviously the whole plot. I was like watching to see if I could tell what they filmed in 2023 versus 2024. I had a really good time like looking at the cars on the grid or like the drivers. It's so crazy because like a normal person wouldn't know any of that. And you wouldn't recognize it, but I don't know, it was fun. I
love seeing that one AlphaTauri special edition
like
zebra striped car.
Yeah, they had it at the end of 2023.
I remember that. I liked AlphaTauri a lot.
Yeah, and
seeing like racing bulls.
And seeing like Alfa Romeo on the grid. It was so nostalgic.
Carlos Sainz in red.
Yes. Logan Sargent did not make an appearance. His car did once. But his face, yes it did. I looked for it specifically the second time I watched the movie.
Nobody else in the country was looking out for the Logan Sargent car.
Well, I was, and I saw the number 2 on that Williams. It was his car and not Alex's. So his face may not have been in it, but his car was. So I thought that was
I'm
nice.
sure all of our listeners are super grateful for that update.
It was the best cameo. But yeah,
you just said it was Roscoe.
Oh, sorry. That was the second best cameo. It would have been better if like you could see Logan.
Understandable.
But it was
yeah, I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it was funny. I was talking to like somebody who didn't know F1 and they didn't even know that like it was filmed at races and stuff. Or that all the drivers were like the real F1 drivers. Yeah, or the team principals. I loved Toto Wolff at the end offering Joshua a seat. Because this also was like at the very start of the Max to Mercedes rumors. So it was funny because he's mentioned like how much he would kill to get Max to drive for them. I don't know. But I loved it. It was good. I would watch it again.
Yeah, I also liked Fred Vassour's cameo.
Yeah.
It was all very entertaining though. But moving on to the Silverstone race.
Yeah.
I think undoubtedly the biggest piece of news, the one piece of news that I think every single F1 fan is happy about, Nico Hülkenberg got his first ever podium, which is just incredible. I think it's something like 239 race starts.
Something like that, yeah.
And he finally accomplished it, which was so cool. Kick Sauber, the team he drives for, didn't even have champagne ready because it was such an unprecedented concept.
Yeah.
The Mercedes and Aston Martin teams had to like give them champagne.
They sent it over with like a nice little note.
Yes, Nico's teammate Gabriel Bortoleto was so happy and encouraging. It was just a really sweet moment.
It was adorable. Gabriel unfortunately did not finish the race, but he was like on the radio after Nico finished. He was like, "I'm so proud of you." There was a clip of him when they pulled in. He was like running across everybody to go get to Nico. I thought that was so cute. I think that's just such like a unifying moment. There's nobody
really
who wasn't happy to see Nico get that podium.
Yeah, for sure.
It was funny, my dad, because he's like the biggest Nico fan. One, he's convinced that us going to Silverstone last year put the right energy in place for him to get the podium this year. So take that as you will, but he went to take a nap towards the end of the race and I had to go wake him up and I was like, dude, Nico Hülkenberg's about to get his podium. You might want to come watch this. It was insane, but I'm so happy for him. And he started in 19.
Yes, it wasn't just like 4 to 3 type of thing. Like he
worked for it.
Like 19th to 3rd is an insane climb to make.
Yeah.
And honestly, it just really like showed his driving skills, showed the team strategy skills. It just all culminated in like everything this team has been working for, you know, and it was just a really cool moment.
It was also, I feel like, extra impressive because it was like pouring like crazy the whole time, and the fact that he was able to like stay out and do well in the rain like that, especially in the car that he's in, like it's really good. I think it shows like how good of a driver he actually is. I would love to see him in a McLaren.
I know.
Like
just,
imagine
just like
what
for a
he
lap,
could.
just for a race.
Imagine what he could do. I'd like to see him like qualify maybe.
Speaking of the McLarens, though, once again they finished 1-2 with Oscar on top. I mean, sorry,
No.
Lando on top. I read it wrong on my notes.
Yeah.
But it was Lando because it was his home race, which was pretty cool. You know, very emotional moment for him to finally get his home race win. But what's interesting about it is that Oscar was actually ahead of him, but received a penalty, which is why he finished second, not first. And there was just a lot of controversy surrounding that penalty.
Yeah. So during one of their many restarts, either from having stopped from the rain or from a crash because of the rain, they were behind the safety car, and Oscar was in first and Max Verstappen was in second. And all of a sudden, Max Verstappen has to like swerve around a little bit because Oscar Piastri braked super suddenly. I think it was like 60 miles an hour. No, it was something more than that.
It was like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah, it was something crazy. Like that he slowed down just in that quick braking, which is already dangerous in general, especially when you're so close because you're under the safety car, but especially during the rain with low visibility. So it was a little bit controversial because he got a 10-second penalty, but he did not think he deserved it.
No. A lot of people think the decision was political to like let Lando win.
Right, because people talk about how the FIA favors the Brits or some stuff, but
I mean, I don't know enough about like the rules and laws and technicalities of stuff. A lot of people say like didn't deserve the penalty because any other driver in that scenario would have done the same because it was something like with the lights.
Yeah, he said like the lights of the safety car went out or something, but I don't know. Some people were saying he deserved 5 seconds, maybe, but I think he deserved a penalty.
I agree, but
This
Oscar
is
vehemently did not think that. He was very aggressive, and you know what? A lot of people were like, "Oh, like showing his true colors, like aggressive, like sore loser." On the contrary, it made me like him more. I was like, finally, I'm seeing this man care.
Yeah.
Like, finally, he's like losing his cool because I'm finally seeing like how important this is to him and how much it hurt that it was taken away. I think, like, just for all the anger thrown at him, I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. Plus, after the race, when he could see more like the stats with like his braking and his speed, he did like acknowledge like, okay, yeah, like that was on me, like that wasn't the safest. But it was crazy. Like Nico Hulkenberg at the time was in like 4th or 5th, and on his onboard, you could see him have to move out of the way and slow down like crazy because of what Oscar did.
The only problem is that it kind of soured the McLaren's mood a little, and there was a little bit more controversy because they didn't really spray Nico Hulkenberg on the podium.
Yeah, it was kind of rough the whole race because Oscar also asked to swap places with Lando because he was like, that wasn't fair. Can Lando give me the place back? And they were like, no.
Yeah. But then on the podium, I felt so bad. Like,
I know.
Neither of them were spraying Nico. And, like, I saw a lot of people being like, if this had been a driver like Lewis or Max or Charles, like, there's no world where they would not have, like, absolutely, like, drenched him in champagne.
Yeah.
Like, undoubtedly.
It's hard because they were all, like, doing their own thing, kind of. Because, like, Lando was obviously crazy happy because he just won his home race. Lando was it was just kind of hard because like everybody had something
for sure,
so there was no like overlap between them.
Yeah,
to celebrate.
I don't think it's like they're bad people for not spraying him. I think it's like they should have had a little more consideration for him in that moment, but understandable. And then one other thing I just want to add about the British Grand Prix is it was I'll speak well putting it up. It was the home.
Oh, we get to see your avocado pants.
Oh yeah.
Full glory. If you're listening to this, you're missing out on a great piece of
clothing. You are missing out on my avocado pants.
I don't know. Okay. I'm gonna get you some tea.
Anyways, so the British Grand Prix is the home race for 4 drivers: Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Ollie Behrman, and as we said, Lando Norris. However, there's a little bit of controversy because some people also consider it Alex Albon's race because he is British, but he races under the Thai flag. And you know what? I don't. Because don't get me wrong, I understand he's also British, but if you are choosing to race under a different flag, like and forsake the British one. Like, you were claiming loyalty to a different country, which there's nothing wrong with that. I get he's very proud of his Thai heritage, as he should be. And I think it's really cool that he races under the Thai flag, because I don't know if he's the first driver ever to do that. But
this definitely
if he's not, he's definitely one of the very few. And so, and that means a lot more than just another British driver. But I don't think it's fair to then be like, oh, but this is also his home race. Like, I get it, he should be thought of, but I don't think it's like absurd to not put him on like the it's race week announcement poster.
I have to say, I disagree with that.
Really?
Because he's talked about like why he chose to race under the Thai flag, and at the end of the day, I feel like I can hear it moving. At the end of the day, it wasn't because he didn't want to race under the British flag. It was because there were a lot more sponsorship opportunities by racing under the Thai flag, because it's a lot less common, so it would attract sponsors. And as we know, the formula racing is so expensive, so I understand like wanting to prioritize sponsorships, especially because he's not one of the ones that comes from like a billionaire family.
Yeah.
So I don't think that makes him any less British. He's lived in England his whole life. That's where he was born. That's where he grew up. He's British. He only races under the Thai flag because it was easier for him to get into Formula One that way and get the money and the support that he needed. And it wasn't like, oh, I don't like the British flag as much as the Thai flag.
Yeah.
I think
no, and I do understand the argument for him to be included in like the British driver's home race type of thing, but you don't see Lando Norris claiming the Belgian Grand Prix is another home race for him.
But because he is British, he's mostly British. Just like Alex is British, so the British Grand Prix is his home race.
No, like I said, like I understand the argument to be made in that scenario, but if you are choosing to race under the Thai flag, you are choosing to be associated with that as opposed.
Yeah.
Even if he is British, completely, totally understand. Not saying he's like not a good Brit or something. I just mean like in the F1 attribution world, that is what he's racing for. You know, that is what his allegiance is under.
I don't know. I'd love to see him on the little race week post for the British Grand Prix just once.
I don't know. Whenever there's a Thai race, it is all for him.
They did put in that appeal for that street race. So one day, and then he can be the only one on the post.
Exactly, and he'll have his moment.
It'll be all for him. Yeah, it'll be like a Zhou moment in China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last little thing also, actually no, two more things. Every single rookie except Ollie Behrman did not finish Silverstone because, I mean, the race was just so intense and it was such a hard race. It really shows, like, the value of experience. Like, it's not a coincidence that, like, 5 out of 6 rookies were unable to finish. Like, that's, like, it was just sweeping them out one by one.
Yeah.
And then,
honestly, like, props to Ollie, though. I think after driving in Brazil last year, this rain was, like, nothing.
Maybe. And then last thing, Lewis Hamilton, he finished 4th place, which marks the first time in history that he does not finish on the podium at Silverstone.
I have to say that's kind of a depressing statistic.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, he was 4th, so he's podium adjacent. Also, he has 7 world championships, and Nico Hülkenberg has never had a podium before this. So I was not rooting for Lewis. Like, I was rooting for Lewis to be in 4th. But I did not want him to take that podium from Nico. I would have been very upset.
Yeah, no, like, he'll be okay. It's just, like,
it's a sad stat.
It's a sad stat, especially, like, after years of being at Mercedes. Like, the 1 year he moves to Ferrari, he, like, kind of starts losing out on this stuff.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a bad look.
Yeah, they've not been doing very well. But that's okay. 2026 will be their year.
Anyways,
it will.
Moving on to Belgium. This was not my favorite race, honestly. It was very dull. Part of the reason was because it started with like an immense amount of rain during the formation lap. They called a red flag, and they waited for an hour and a half to restart. And you know what? I think that's not a good move. Like, even the commentators were saying, like, they didn't have to wait until every single part of the track was completely dry.
They can put on the wet tires. They can race in lightweight.
They had wet tires for a reason. Yeah. You know, and I get they're extra cautious at the Belgian track because of what happened with Antoine Hubert. A few years ago, he
and
was an F2
Delano
driver.
Van Toff.
That was at this track too?
Yeah.
So 2 drivers, neither in F1, I think
They were Formula 2 and Formula 3.
Formula 2 and Formula 3, have both passed away at this track, which is really sad and really horrible. And so I get why there's an extra level of safety and caution surrounding it. But at the end of the day, they do have wet tires. These are professional drivers. It is not absurd to allow them to race in the rain.
Yeah.
I don't think it was stronger than what was going on at Silverstone or Brazil, like you said.
I felt like it was like really consistent, but like at least for like the end of it when it was dying down, I think they could have started.
They could have gone out.
Man, I feel bad for all the people there.
Yeah.
Sitting, being soaked in the rain for an hour and a half.
That would suck.
Awful. And you're not even getting to watch a race.
No, very annoying.
Yeah. I thought that was odd, but it gave Nico Rosberg, who was doing some commentary this weekend, a lovely amount of time to drop some new Mercedes lore on us. So that's always appreciated. I love that. He was talking about so much. He was talking about like when they used to share hotel rooms with each other and get into like wrestling matches. There was a picture of them on vacation together. He talked about like this time they got jet skis and Lewis like flipped his over. And I don't know, like...
By the way, it's like really hard to flip a jet ski over. like they make them so they stay upright.
Yeah. It's kind of impressive.
It's kind of embarrassing for him.
Yeah, and then they were asking like, oh, you guys are still neighbors, right? And he's like, yeah, we live in the same building, you know, we catch up every once in a while, it's amicable. I love it. I love any Mercedes like acknowledgement.
It's really cute.
It makes me so happy. Like it's so awkward to hear because like knowing everything that happened, but it just makes me so happy, and it helps me hold on to the hope that one day we'll get a Mercedes reunion and they'll be best friends again.
It must be really awkward though for like everybody to know about like your dirty laundry.
Oh yeah.
Like when he speaks about Lewis, like he knows that everybody knows. Like everybody knows what happened. But
they know like
their
every
friendship's
single
like that.
detail. They know about how he couldn't eat anything but Frosted Flakes before the end of the 2016 championship year. Like that's like I would hate if everybody.
They know
knew
how
details
Lewis's
like that.
dog Roscoe is named after
Yes!
Nico Rosberg.
Oh my god. Yeah, or how Lewis still sends his kids Christmas gifts or everything.
Yeah.
I could never. Yeah.
But once again, McLaren won too. Except this time it was Oscar who got P1.
Yeah. Also, there was a sprint race this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I kind of forgot. I feel like
Nothing hates sprint races.
nothing crazy happened. Oscar, Max Verstappen won it, and then Oscar, then Lando.
Yeah, and Esteban got like 5th place or something.
That was pretty good. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
It wasn't anything crazy exciting, honestly. It was just there. You know, they got some extra points. Also, it was kind of interesting. I saw they do the Racing for Antoine thing every year at Spa. Everyone has like the shirts and they do like a run around the track, and they've also like included like a memorial part for like Delano. Obviously it's like not like the main thing, but like, you know, which I love. I think it's great that they like consistently do this every year, and they're still like, and Pierre's like still doing this, like show support for his friend.
Yeah, he goes every year to the corner where the crash happened and like lays flowers, which is really sweet.
I think it's really great, but obviously not great. But like,
a great
like
way
when you're like
to
remembering,
honor somebody.
yeah. But it's kind of awkward because I saw TikToks about it, and in the comments there were people saying the Sunny Hayes effect. Like what? Because in the movie, Sunny Hayes does these laps around the track, and it kind of becomes like an Apex GP team tradition to wear these like mismatched socks and go for a run around the whole track before the race. But I'm sorry, what? If you're gonna become a fan because of the F1 movie, that is completely fine. But please take the time to know what you're talking about before commenting on, like, I get it. I guess they didn't know that it was like a memorial thing for somebody who died, but like, come on, like you can see everybody's in these shirts. If you just pay attention, you can see that this is clearly like a bigger event. Why are we not learn? Let's think, oh, what is Racing for Antoine? Maybe it's not about Brad Pitt and a fictional movie.
Also, these people have been in the motorsport world for 20 years. You think they haven't considered running around the track ever before? And then they saw the movie and they were like, let's implement that one.
Yeah, they're like,
ASAP.
this can't be only a team tradition. The entire grid is going to get together. We're going to get matching shirts. Forget the matching socks. We're going with shirts. And we're going to run around this track. Like, no. It doesn't take that much, I feel like, effort to just research that, especially because it's such like a sensitive topic. Like, we're talking about somebody's life here, like a memorial thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, it's kind of weird. And
Totally.
it's like a little iffy because like it's great that the F1 movie is bringing in new fans, but also it's like please like take the time to learn about the sport. Because I feel like I don't want to sound bad, like people who are like, oh, you're just like a Drive to Survive fan. But like at least with Drive to Survive, it's less fictionalized. It's exaggerated, but it's less fictionalized than the F1 movie.
100%.
So like if you're gonna get in the sport, take the time to learn about it. Like make the effort before you're going online and commenting things like that.
Yeah.
It's just weird.
And if you learn by just watching, like you don't have to do any research or anything.
Right.
You can just watch. But like it's really weird. It's very parasocial. I'm not into it.
Yeah.
But anyways, back to the McLaren thing. With Oscar finishing first, Lando Norris was close to catching up to him many times, but he kept making these small mistakes. He locked up a lot and just like veered off, like wobbled on the side of the track a little bit. But it was just really strange because he lost like 3 seconds or something because of like with all his combined mistakes. And if that hadn't happened, he could have won the race, and it would have been a lot more interesting to those watching. But regardless of us, he could have won the race for himself. And so
And he would have taken
I'm
the
not
lead,
here to
wouldn't
be
he?
like, oh, like, you know, he's like a bad driver, or like that shows he's like not as deserving. Like, no, not at all. I'm just saying, if you want to be a championship winner, you have to figure out a way to eliminate those small mistakes that cost you so dearly.
Yeah, it definitely sucks because I'm pretty sure he would have taken the lead back if he'd won. Because I think they're only like 6 points apart or something.
Yeah, now they're a little bit wider, but
Yeah, but
something
that's
like
still
that.
like really close. Like the next race, like that's enough points, and it could swap if Lando's first and Oscar's second. So
I don't think it'll swap if he's first and second. I think,
25 and then 18 points.
but I don't think he's 6 points behind.
Oh.
Or maybe he is. I'll
Maybe
check.
that was like last weekend. Maybe that was before the race weekend.
They're 16 points apart.
Okay, so slightly different, but it would
Still
lessen the
doable.
Yeah.
You know?
We still have the second half of the season. I believe in Lando. He can do it. He will be the world championship, and his little signature will be on that trophy next year.
Yeah, we'll see. But another sad thing for Lewis, he lost another record. So every year he's never finished outside the top 4 in Belgium, except for this year where he finished 7th. And you know, he still ran an incredible race because he started like 18th, I think, and he finished 16th, sorry, and he finished 7th, which was really cool. You know, he won Driver of the Day. But oh gosh, to lose 2 records back to back, like the 1 year you choose to switch teams,
Right.
it's really bad.
Like Mercedes was so bad, but he was still managing these records. And he had a terrible weekend overall. He qualified like 18th for the sprint because he spun out and couldn't set a better lap time. I don't know where he finished in the sprint, but it wasn't much higher. He qualified 16th because he had a lap time deleted right at the end, so he couldn't run another lap. So yeah, it was just a really bad weekend. He seemed like really like not happy about it, obviously, and he was talking like, yeah, I think these are what we're gonna get with the car for this season, and we're gonna just start focusing in the factory on next year's car, which is not
it's not what you want to hear.
hopefully really good for next year, but not the ideal news when we're halfway through the season.
You don't want to hear, oh, we've given up on this year, we're just gonna try again next year.
Yeah.
No, that's not cool.
Yeah. Also, though, Kimi Antonelli had a little bit of a rough weekend. He
Oh yeah, he did.
also, I think he qualified 20th for the sprint because he also spun out. Didn't finish much better in the sprint. He qualified 18th for the race. Yeah, it was just a really terrible weekend for him. Where did he finish?
I don't know.
Probably not anywhere very well.
Yeah.
I have to say it was really bad at one point. Like you could see him like he looked like he was like kind of crying in his car, and then Lewis was like leaving the Mercedes motorhome, and people were saying like they thought he was going to like check on Kimi, which I don't know if that's true, but I could believe it.
Maybe.
After,
I
like,
felt
the
really
note
bad
he
because
wrote
he was like in
in
an
his room.
interview and he was like
He showed up with like a
tearing up.
tissue in his hand, like wiping.
Like he's just like he is a child. Like this poor I
He's
felt
not
so
even
bad for
19.
him. And it just shows a lot like the toll this can take on you because he had an excellent start, but the past few races he's been struggling and he says he's just kind of having a confidence crisis.
Yeah.
Which is really sad to hear.
I know, and it's sad because like at least with the other weekends it was like an engine failure. Like it's nothing he could have done, but this weekend it just was not working out for him.
Yeah, it just happens sometimes.
Yeah.
But another rookie, Ollie Bearman, actually set a record this race. He tied alongside many other drivers for the most times finished in a position other than first place. Unfortunately for him, that position is 11th. He has finished in 11th so many times in just one season that it is that he has made a record now, which is honestly crazy. Like, I didn't even notice this pattern until one of the commentators even said, he was like, "This is the stupidest record I've ever heard, but I love it."
Yeah,
Like,
it's kind of
and I was just like, that's so real of you, King, because I love it too.
And I have to say, like, yeah, 11th is like a bad place because you're one outside of the points. But also, I gotta give it to him with the consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's his first season. He hasn't had that many races, and he's been super consistent.
Mm-hmm.
And 11th is better than not finishing the race, or finishing
True.
in 16th, or 18th, or 20th.
Another driver who's been pretty consistent as a rookie is Isaac Hajar.
Yes,
He's the only driver, not rookie, driver, who has not had a Q3 exit. So, for those who don't know, qualifying goes in 3 stages, you know. In Q3, they cut the bottom...
Or Q1.
Hmm?
Q1 exit.
Yeah, Q1 exit, I'm sorry. In Q1, they cut the bottom 5 drivers, then Q2, the next 5, and Q3, it's the top 10 seeing to where they qualify. And so, I'm sorry, he's the only driver who has made it to Q3.
Who hasn't been cut out at Q1.
Yeah.
So the lowest he could have qualified possibly is 15th. I don't know if that is, but that's the lowest possible space he could have qualified, which is so impressive.
Which is very impressive because, you know, these legendary drivers like Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, Fernando Alonso, and then other ones who are really strong right now like Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, even they have had moments where they just mess up and they just get out that early.
Significantly better cars too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know we've talked about it before, like, no, I don't think anybody was expecting this level of consistency from Isaac. He didn't even start the first race of the year.
Yeah.
But he's been really, really good.
He has. He has been a very strong driver.
Like, placing consistently in the points.
And you know, I think everybody kind of assumed that Kimi Antonelli is going to get Rookie of the Year.
I think Isaac deserves it.
I mean, at the end of the day, Kimi Antonelli is the only one with a podium.
True.
Which is a big plus in his favor. It depends how the season goes. But Isaac Hajar has actually done a really impressive job.
Yeah.
Like, he should be in contention.
I think, like, yes, Kimi got a podium. Obviously, that's insanely impressive. Podium your rookie season at the very beginning, too. Obviously, that's so deserving of praise. But also, he's in such a great car. Isaac is in a midfield car on better days. And we've seen, like, the other drivers struggling in that car. And he's been, like, the most overall consistent.
Yeah.
So I think if we're going for, like, of the year, so far I think he's more deserving.
Maybe. We'll have to see how he finishes out.
Yeah.
But
I hope it keeps going, honestly.
Yeah, I'm rooting for both of them, honestly.
Either
I
one.
really like them.
Yeah.
Like, they're 2 of my favorite rookies, so I'm rooting for them. And then we have a lot to talk about today, so we're not going to do a driver song connection. But we still wanted to finish with a game. It's one of our newest ones, Clue Me In. So, you want to get your computer?
Yes.
So, if you haven't listened before, the way this game works is we're going to choose a Taylor Swift song and then a driver. And we're going to have 3 clues. We're going to try and start really broad and then get narrower and narrower. The goal is to have the other person guess your song and or driver, hopefully. If not, it's okay. But we will try.
I was thinking...
But you just go broad to narrow and see if you can get it.
Last time we only guessed at the end, right? We should guess every single time.
Yeah, and we should do like points. Like if you get it after the first clue, it's like 3 points.
I like
after the second, it's like 2.
2 and then 1. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to start or should I?
Up to you.
Okay, I think I'll start.
Okay.
With Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Alright, so it's a Taylor Swift song.
Okay.
Alright, the first hint. I think I made this too easy. Oh shoot. The music video for this song features over 20 celebrity cameos.
You need to calm down.
Dang it!
Did I get it?
Yes! Wait, I should have...
3 points for Eliana.
I may have put these in a too easy order.
Can I hear the other 2 clues?
Yeah, so this song is 14th on its album, which looking back
that's way harder.
is way harder. And then this song was released in 2019.
Yeah, you didn't do a good
Yeah,
order.
I feel like I should have gone like
You
14,
probably...
2019, and then...
Are you sure you didn't and you just read it backwards?
No, unfortunately, this is the order I wrote it down.
Oh, okay.
But I think I maybe forgot that we were going like hardest to easiest, and I did it in terms
That's
of
okay.
when did I think of it. But that's okay.
3 points for Eliana.
Yeah. Let's hope you made the same mistake.
My first one is this song has a music video.
Oh god.
So just off the bat.
So basically any song.
Any single.
Yeah.
Cuts a lot of background tracks out of your way. 2, this song title, wait, do you want to guess?
I don't know. I don't have any guesses.
You don't, just guess something.
Okay.
Guess a song with a music
I
video.
don't know.
Maybe you'll get 3 points.
Shake It Off.
It is not Shake It Off. This song mentions a time of year.
Okay. Let me think. A time of year, not a year, like not a date, like a season. I'm feeling
Like a time of year. It can be like
a month,
hour, day, month, season.
Oh
like
goodness.
Holiday.
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, I'm trying to think of like which ones have music videos too. I fear I'm not the most avid music video watcher.
I'm an avid music video watcher.
Yeah.
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 Do you want to guess or do you want to move on to the song?
Wait, let me think. Time of year.
Okay.
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, this song is about Taylor Lautner.
Oh goodness. I fear that does not help me.
What? There's only like one.
Is there?
Yeah. I mean, like, there's rumors that other ones could maybe be like alluding to him, but
I don't think
this one is about Taylor Lautner. And everyone knows it. Like, I'm gonna say something, and I mean, you can't get points. Well, you can guess, and then I'll say it,
Yeah.
and then you're.
Well, I don't know. The most I know about their relationship, unfortunately, is that they're both Taylors, and it would have been Taylor Lautner. I don't think I've thought about their relationship any more than that. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a photo of the two of them together
What?
while they were dating.
So do you give up?
Sure.
Okay, she unfortunately did not get anything for this one. I'll just say Taylor Lautner is in the I Can See You music video with her, and he came out with her to celebrate the release of
Was it
Speak
I Can
Now,
See You?
Taylor's version. No.
Oh, okay. Because
But
that was my
it's-
second choice after Shake It Off for the first
Oh,
thing. And I
really?
thought, no.
No,
I
because
love
it's
that
on
music video.
Speak Now, Taylor's version, so it is a Speak Now song that's
Yeah.
pretty much like, but it is Back to December.
Oh,
So
I see,
December. Pretty mid music video, but it has one. And yeah, I think it's really sweet that after all these years, they're like still friends, and he comes out to be in like her music
Yeah,
video.
I remember we watched that.
Because the song is very much like I screwed you over, I'm sorry.
What
So
happened
it's
with
like-
it?
I mean, I don't know all the details, but it seems like she was a pretty bad girlfriend. My theory is she probably wasn't over John Mayer, and so it was kind of like a way to like forget. And so in the song, you know, it's very much like she takes all the blame. Like,
Yeah.
this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry. Like,
I Can See You is a really good music video.
it is.
I like it.
I like it too.
Alright,
Okay, so now we're gonna
so-
move on to F1 driver.
Alrighty.
Scores 3-0.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
This driver's highest championship finish is 7th place.
Like in the World Driver
In the World
Championship
Driver
staging?
Yeah.
Okay.
At like the end of a season that he participated in.
Okay. Should I say?
Any thoughts?
Yes, I have thoughts.
And those thoughts are?
Those thoughts are you ready for this?
Yes.
Lance Stroll.
No.
Ugh!
I actually don't know what his highest finish is.
Me
Probably
either.
somewhere around there though.
Right. I think that's good guess.
He has had 1 pole position.
Ever?
Ever.
Oh, these clues suck.
See, I think the last one has been.
Kevin Magnussen.
No.
Oh, now it's a good guess.
Kevin's hasn't he had, he got a podium his first race. I think he does have 1 pole position.
I'm not
It
sure.
was like Brazil and then his daughter was born.
Yeah, that's the one I
9 months
know of.
later. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's
like
like
the one
probably
I know.
true. That's probably
Right.
the one he has. But it's not him, unfortunately.
Oh.
He has participated in 240 Grand Prix.
What are these clues?
I think this
How many?
240.
240. That's a lot.
I feel like you would get this.
I don't know.
Sorry.
Okay.
I've made 1 too
See,
easy and the other 2 hard.
Drivers who have been around a while. Would have finished higher than 7th.
Would they? Clearly not.
Nico Hulkenberg.
It is! See, I thought you would get it
Oh, we just said.
'Cause-
How many was it?
240 because it's been one race since it's been.
Oh, that's very true.
And you mentioned it was his 239th race start, so I thought maybe that would like get you.
I didn't know that he had a pole position.
Yeah, me neither. I learned that. I looked what happened when I was like, looked through the stats, and I was like, interesting.
What an icon.
I don't know when he got it.
But hey, it happened at some point. Good for him.
Yeah.
Hey, okay, I'll take that. 4 points. I think that means I win.
It does, but
we'll
continue
play
on
anyways.
anyways. Maybe I'll guess it before you say the first hint. Oscar Piastri. Did I get it? Imagine if
This driver is European.
Okay, so not Oscar Piastri.
So not Oscar Piastri.
Okay,
the
so
Australian driver.
we have a pretty wide range of people.
Yeah.
No Logan Sargent, no Lance, no South American drivers, so nobody from Brazil, no Franco. There's a lot of Australians, so I guess it helps take that out. Would you consider Alex Albon European? He's European. Right?
He's a European citizen. I would consider him European.
Okay.
Ready?
Oh, I'm supposed to, let me guess.
You don't have to.
Sorry, no, I'm gonna guess. Jensen Button.
It is not Jensen Button, but I like that guess.
Right?
He's a retired driver. This driver has been teammates with Lewis Hamilton.
Okay, so...
Could it be Jensen Button also?
I think so. Or was he teammates with Mark Webber? No, Jensen Button, right?
He was teammates with Lewis, no? First season.
Lewis was teammates with Fernando in 2007.
Wasn't his first season with Jensen Button?
I thought he was teammates with... Maybe he wasn't. I don't know.
The clue is this driver has been teammates with Lewis Hamilton.
Okay. I think him and Fernando have been teammates. They were teammates at McLaren in 2007. Yeah. And then after that, I think Fernando left. So there's Fernando, Nico Rosberg, Valtteri, George. All of his teammates are European. Right? Wait, let me work backwards. So now he's got Charles, we've got George, Valtteri, Nico. Before Nico was, I think that was Jensen Button. Before Nico, because who else was he teammates with at McLaren? Just them, right? Yeah. And then Fernando. Okay, so Fernando, Nico, Charles, George, Fernando. No, wait, is it?
Yes! You're so close to switching it.
I know, I was worried because we were
Fernando.
talking about like when they were teammates that you wouldn't have thought that. So I was like, oh shoot, maybe it's not. Okay.
The last clue is just this driver has 106 career podiums.
I think that would help. I just thought like that would be like the
Because like it's not gonna be George.
Right, that was
Charles.
too obvious. Charles is too recent.
Valtteri's not.
Oh, I forgot about Valtteri.
Valtteri is a solid amount, but not enough.
Yeah. I don't know, I just forgot about him. Otherwise I think I probably would have picked him.
Yeah.
I just forgot he was there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like Nico would be too obvious.
No, you said Valtteri.
I did, but when I made my final decision, I forgot about him.
Oh, okay, got it.
Okay.
But yeah,
That was a good hint. I like it.
right?
Okay,
great.
cool.
So that was a pretty successful game.
Yeah.
Liked it. I did win again.
You did?
But it's okay because you won last time we played this game.
Very true.
So now we're neck and neck.
Yes.
We should start keeping a score of like
Right?
our wins.
Right? We should like assign points to all of them and
Agreed.
maybe next season we'll start from the beginning.
Maybe
Yeah.
we'll do like a Grill the Grid. Have they done Grill the Grid this year?
No.
Isn't it supposed to be so great?
Yeah, I'm so disappointed. Not
What is
only
going on?
was there no Grill the Grid videos, but there was no, we talked about this, the little illustration that they do, summer break and winter break, with all the drivers doing something different, and it's like a reference to like the different drivers. Where was that?
I don't know.
I'm so disappointed because the winter break one from last year sucked. I remember they like changed the style and it was not
really
impressive.
ugly.
I was not happy. I remember, I think it was with you when we saw it. It was bad. I was disappointed. And I was looking forward to it. That's like one of my favorite parts about summer break.
Yeah, what a shame.
That and Grill the Grid. Like, I thought they were doing all this for their
Grill the
75th.
Grids are my fave.
Yes.
I love Grill the Grid videos.
And they were doing all this for their 75th anniversary, but you can't pull out the two best summer break traditions.
Yeah,
What
try
is
harder.
Get these drivers in for media. Like, come on.
Yeah, literally, it's not hard.
They're not doing anything else. Actually, I think they did them at the beginning of the season.
I don't know. The point is, whatever. Release them, please. And
Yes.
Thank you. But yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. You know, it's been a long time coming.
Yes.
So thank you guys for listening. As always, follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Cut the Headlights Podcast. Tell your friends and family to listen to us. Why don't ya?
Yeah, go crazy.
Go crazy. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.